You're now tuned into Car Language. I'm your host, Easy, and before me, we have a 2014 Dodge Durango RT. Should you buy it? Let's find out. So as we take a look at the exterior, really, only car enthusiasts would be able to tell the new one from the old one. Slight changes here and there. I feel like the more aggressive the vehicle, the less it looks dated. I'm sure some of you can agree with me on that. Pretty much, we change the wheels and maybe do some upgrades to the headlights, etc. And it'd be hard to tell what year it is until you step inside. Of course, that's when I feel like you'll notice the difference. I believe you get a lot of bang for your buck. 30,000 miles. It's my brother-in-law's, and he's had it for quite some time. He's put about 2,000 miles on it. Got the service records with it. Hasn't had any issues. He babies it, of course, and he's fairly knowledgeable and a bit more than basic in mechanics. So he definitely knows how to work on it. But he absolutely loves this thing. Again, love the aggression in the front fascia. Love how Dodge executes that. The yellow calipers, that's a cosmetic detail. I would have went with red, kind of matched the Dodge logo up front, but that's just me, to each his own. As we take a look at the key, basic key, and no, this is not a pouch or painted. Why it's red is beyond me, but it gives it a nice sporty look. You can access the trunk by pressing twice on the trunk button. Automated, that's a plus. As you can see, fairly large. You have a net to keep things from rolling everywhere. You have another extra storage here, deep enough for fairly big things. Alpine stereo system. You have a cigarette outlet, and you can fold the seats down simply by just pulling on this lever here. I like this mechanism because it's simple. It feels like it could last you a very long time. Durability, reliable. Again, the simpler, sometimes the better when it comes to certain things like this. Things that you won't be doing on a regular basis unless you have a bunch of kids. So here you have another little storage here. And this is actually a flashlight. I thought it was like a CD changer or something like that. But push on this button here, and this is stock. This comes with the truck. Flashlight turns on. I like that nice little touch by Dodge. This is your button to close the tailgate. These muffler tips are aftermarket. As we come around to the side, these are 285 wheels, fairly wide. I like it. The wider the wheels, the better the grip. Again, black on black. This is stock. The only thing pretty much cosmetic aftermarket is the yellow brake calipers and the exhaust tips. I won't show you guys that because they're not paying me for promotion. Let's show you guys the engine. To access the engine, everything is real simple in this car. I don't mind that, to be honest. Sometimes simplicity is best. Easier to fix. Let's take a look at this 5.7 liter V8 engine. Beautiful. Again, my brother-in-law babies this to the speck of dust on it. Real clean. Again, 5.7 liter engines are known to be reliable, so that's a plus when thinking about getting a used SUV. This one does come equipped with a sunroof. Doesn't have all the options. The Alpine stereo, that's basic, that's standard with most Dodge vehicles. I love the red stitching It adds to the character of the Dodge. RT embroidered on the seats. This Durango has 10 cup holders, 2 on each door. You have 2 on the center consoles, both armrests, and 2 for the third row passengers. These mats are aftermarket. And as we climb in, I love how Dodge utilizes the space in this SUV. Here's your glove box, nothing particular, fairly large. You have a storage here. You have a bit, I guess, a coin storage here. And this one does come with all-wheel drive. Now, has 2 buttons here to open up. I guess this is for the second deck up top, and to access the lower deck. And you also have a 12-volt cigarette lighter outlet in here as well. Basic, but everything you need. Parting across. I usually clear out the cars to review them, but I'll leave that there. He has a dash cam, but it's basic in here. Really nice. You have memory seats. This one obviously is not the fully loaded one. We got 3 blink switches here. This is for your lane departure. Real nice. Real nice. Again, he keeps it very clean. Standard with CarPlay. You have an auxiliary jack. You have a USB, SD cards, etc. Basic stuff. It adds. Again, you got a couple of blink switches, but you got your needs are in this SUV. Speakers everywhere. The system does sound great. That's in most SUVs, but I feel like Dodge executed that well. Again, you see them all throughout the SUV. Beautiful. I love this interior. The black on black with the red stitching works. As we climb into the back, nothing particular about the back seats. You got 4 cup holders. There's your armrest. These do come with, I believe, standard bench seats, but you can buy one with the captain chairs. I like the captain chairs. Honestly, it's kind of like a more boss look. Here you have some nets. You have 2 USBs. You got heated rear passenger seats, and you have a home style charger outlet. Again, nothing particular. You can control the climate controls up here in the back. 2 cup holders. Again, 4 in the back. To access the back, push this lever here, and you pull this red strap here. This is where my knees are. As far as knee room and foot room. Again, the only reason why I feel claustrophobic is because of how closed in it is back here. I wish these windows could open. That would have been a nice touch from Dodge. So this is the headroom in the third row seat. I feel a bit claustrophobic, but it's because the car is off. I won't want to be here too long, but it's not so bad. To get out, you pull the strap. Again, it's vice versa. The only part that I kind of dislike is the fact that for a large person, just in case people forget about you, and they do, you have to kind of reach and work everything yourself. But again, to climb out, it's not so bad. I guess that's where the captain chairs will be best. Nice interior though, upon the dust and footprints. As we sit in the middle seats, again, the seat is positioned where I'd be sitting. A lot of knee room, a lot of headroom, a lot better in the middle. Don't feel as claustrophobic, and it's a livable situation. You could definitely relax, and you can also recline the seats a bit backwards. Wow, it feels like you're somewhat in first class. As you can see, guys, chilling. Driving 2014 Dodge Durango. Feels big. It's definitely not small. Sorry, riding through a puddle right here. The V8, it guzzles gas. if you step on it. I believe that's with any V8. The harder you step on it, the more you're gonna kill that fuel. That fuel is gonna burn. Again, it feels big, loud, fast. No, it's a 5.7, so it's not that fast. Don't expect, it's not a 6.4. Slight shot there, but it feels good. It absorbs the bumps excellent. Low range mode, I guess, is for better traction. Again, I've seen them to where they got sport mode and a lot more modes. I believe it's more of a gimmick. It's all-wheel drive. It handles well, and this is not for rock climbing, etc. That's what the Jeeps are for. This is more your family, everyday, practical SUV. The curves, I like how the center of gravity is high, but it doesn't feel like it'll flip over at high speeds. Visibility is great, very, very amazing. No issue there. I love the response throttle. Again, for a 5.7, it's not fast, but this is kind of the one you want when you don't want to have excessive fun, right? You get the 5.7. When you want something really fast, then you step up to a Hellcat or a 6.4, etc. But I love the response throttle, and it's appealing. It's definitely an appealing SUV. People definitely look at you. You get looks. And that's kind of why I like this one over its competitors, the 4Runner, etc. I believe this is like a perfect package. And again, this is a 2014, so for the price, you definitely get what you pay for. I want to get on the highway, guys, and show you how this thing does. Would I get one? Definitely. I'm going to try my best to only review cars I would purchase. We'll do everything, but for the most part, I want to drive what I like. Here we go. Let's get on the highway and show you guys what this thing does. I know you guys hear it. It sounds really, really good. How fast I'm going. Look out the window. She moves though. I guess the 0 to 60 time on this is in the 6 seconds. Not bad for a very heavy vehicle. I'm sure this thing weighs 5,000-6,000 pounds easy. Again, it's very, very smooth. Very smooth. She handles well. She's big, but athletic. Perfect summary. Again, my brother-in-law, he's had it for 2 years, 2,000 miles. He's putting the mileage on it. You're supposed to want a vehicle. He says he loves it, and I see it in him every time he talks about it. He cracks a smile. Again, because he has 2 kids, it's complete. Again, it's the one you want. You have a 3rd kid, boom. You don't have to upgrade or downgrade. This is perfect. Fuel, it's manageable. Again, don't be scared of the fuel. The fuel is not bad at all. Right now we're doing 70 and it's smooth, very smooth. It's starting to look dated, but the good thing is Dodge doesn't really change them much. And by them putting a Hellcat engine in the Durango, for the people that can't afford that one, they'll get this one and kind of live with that in their head. Like, well, I don't got the Hellcat, but at least, I have one that looks like it. Brings me to my conclusion. I recommend this truck. Again, there are a couple issues here and there that I hear about people having. The main one is the radiator. I've heard a couple of people say they had issues with the radiator. but that's fairly cheap. The taillights are expensive. My other brother-in-law, he told me about his taillights. They went out, and it's one piece, so it was $1,800. The taillight itself. That's expensive. That's a lot. This thing moves. Let me slow down before I get locked up. But yeah, you guys, this is definitely something to consider if you're out shopping for an SUV.